Right now at 10, a plane collides with a helicopter near Reagan National Airport. What we know so far.
And a nonprofit faces funding cuts, how they're hoping to make up for a massive reduction.
Plus, Western Technical College and Amplify Health honor the latest group of paramedic trainees.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. We begin with breaking news out of Virginia. A military helicopter colliding with a plane near Reagan National Airport.
The FAA says an American Airlines flight carrying 60 passengers from Wichita, Kansas collided with a military chopper. The plane was approaching a runway at the time. All of this happening around 9 p.m.
Fireboats are on the scene at the Potomac River in Arlington. Right now, no reports of casualties. All takeoffs and landings have been halted at Reagan National. We will have more on the story as the information comes in.
Now to President Trump's federal spending freeze. Another judge also pursuing a block on the order despite new White House efforts. The White House earlier today rescinded the controversial OMB memo that put a hold on federal grants and loans, but the White House press secretary says the freeze is still in effect even without the memo. That prompted another judge tonight to say the harm caused by the order is still going to occur. Public policy officials say the Trump administration's order rollout could have been handled differently.
They can scrutinize that money as it goes out the door. They can put in place some restrictions on it. But the way to do that is to send guidance letters out to the entities, not to pause the money all at once.
Meanwhile, that first federal judge's pause on the freeze until Monday is still in effect.
Wisconsin is joining other states in a lawsuit over the funding freeze policy. The freeze could impact things like rental assistance and Head Start child care programs. Governor Tony Evers says the funding pause could have disastrous effects. Other states joining the lawsuit include New York, California, and Illinois.
The reaction to the federal freeze is split on party lines. Wisconsin Congressman Glenn Grothman applauding the move on Milwaukee radio, calling it a, quote, ethnic review to make sure grant recipients weren't excessively woke. But Democrats like Senator Tammy Baldwin are criticizing the wave of confusion they say they've heard from constituents.
It created chaos. Our phones were ringing off the hook yesterday as news of the funding's halt spread.
Still awaiting comment on Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. Meanwhile, 3rd District Congressman Derek Van Orden defended the president's decision on Newsmax, stating in part, quote, "This is a temporary thing and it lies solely on the shoulders of the Democrat Party. It's their fault and President Trump is just bringing this around to make sure that they comply with the law." Local organizations continue to prepare for what's next. In La Crosse, Catholic Charities provides a safe and warm place for the homeless during the winter. Although they say they depend mostly on state grants, they're still monitoring the situation closely.
Our concern is about those average folks, and a lot of people we serve, again, are the working poor, those people that need that little extra help to stay out of poverty. Well, now if these funds are held up, will they fall into it? And then will they need the services of us and other nonprofits?
The center's developing backup plans to do what they can to ensure services continue.
La Crescent is gearing up for some exciting changes. The city is receiving a state grant through the Active Transportation Program. It will help develop new transportation plans and enhance the 2017 Bicycle and Pedestrian Plan. Planning will start in April and continue throughout the rest of the year. The city's sustainability coordinator says the planning process is a community effort.
I think we don't want to predetermine that. I mean, that's part of the planning process is community input, community involvement.
The city has also received a $51,000 grant to install solar panels on the Aquatic Center.
New Horizons Shelter and Outreach is facing a financial crisis. The group needs to make up for a $337,000 cut in federal funding. They're hoping to do that through fundraising. New Horizons helps over 500 victims of domestic violence each year. In 2022, the nonprofit received more than $400,000 from the American Rescue Plan Act. In October, that grant reduced to $91,000, requiring them to cut 3 staff members. Next weekend, the nonprofit will hold their annual Galentine's Day fundraiser. And the executive director says that event is more important than ever.
We're always looking for additional funding through grants, that type of thing. To this day, we still haven't been successful with finding additional funding. So that's kind of why fundraisers are so important to us, because it allows us to make up some of that money.
That fundraiser will take place February 8th at the La Crescent Event Center.
Midtown Nutrition hosted a fundraiser for the family of Justin Betts today. Betts was allegedly shot and killed by Cody Allen outside Newey's Vogue Bar earlier this month. All proceeds will go to his family to help with funeral expenses. If you missed the fundraiser, there are still opportunities to donate.
People really wanted to contribute and weren't able to make it today. You can still stop by and drop something off, or there is a GoFundMe that I've shared on my Facebook page that the family is using to pay for funeral expenses.
Another fundraiser will also be at Pizza Ranch on February 7th.
Well, the big story is going to be probably tomorrow is record warmth. We already saw one day where we broke records. We have another day that maybe both locations, Eau Claire and La Crosse, could actually break records. So that's a big story going into tomorrow. High record temperatures 52. Looks likely that'll likely beat the 48.1 for La Crosse. A little bit more in question for Eau Claire, but no snow. Actually, they've lost most of the snow, so they might still get up to 50 degrees too, so both will be in jeopardy. As you look at overall temperatures tomorrow, it could be mid-50s south, even Ladysmith up there in the low to mid-40s regardless of the snow cover, so a very March-like temperatures with a little bit of south wind. If you look at overall waking up tomorrow morning, it's going to be a mild start too, getting back up to 48 with a little bit more of the wind out of the southwest as we go in late morning. Similar story for Eau Claire too, 26 getting back up to 45. As we mentioned too, we have some cooler conditions for Friday, but we're also going to break down. We do have an opportunity for a little snow this weekend, but don't fret too much. Not a lot is expected, and our mild conditions are likely to last through the weekend, so we'll explain all that a bit later in the broadcast.
Yeah, not a lot of snow this month.
So far, like I said, I think Minneapolis right now I saw they had, Anchorage has had less snow than I think some places in Florida have had.
Wow, what a weird January.
Give you an idea. Well, it's not just us either.
All right, Greg, thank you. The man accused of killing his 2 children and attempting to kill his wife is pleading not guilty by reason of mental defect. 29-year-old Victor Gomez Acosta is facing 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and another charge of attempted first-degree homicide. The defense in the case performing an evaluation and is asking the court to not order the exam at this time. His next court appearance is March 5th.
2 Chippewa Falls men are being charged with drug trafficking. Jason Barnard and Leroy McNamara were named in a release from the Department of Justice today. Barnard is charged with distributing meth and fentanyl. He was allegedly in possession of more than 500 grams of meth in December. Now, if convicted, he would face up to life in prison. McNamara is charged with distributing methamphetamine. He could face a maximum of 40 years of prison if convicted.
No word on what caused a fire at a Dollar General store in Blair. That store at 314 West Broadway Street. Police say the fire was spotted around 7 a.m. The store manager was opening up when he saw the flames.
Right now it's still under investigation. The state fire marshal has been contacted strictly because of the amount of loss to the contents, the dollar value. There's no foul play that's suspected at this time.
Crews say the fire caused some structural damage, but everything inside is a total loss.
A bald eagle has the Wisconsin State Patrol and a passing motorist to thank for being rescued in La Crosse County. A trooper helped a motorist pick up the eagle that had been struck by a vehicle on I-90. They were able to transport the injured eagle to a local humane society for rehab treatment.
Future paramedics were honored in a special ceremony tonight. Western Technical College and Amplify Health celebrated the second cohort of the paramedic trainee program with a pinning ceremony. The program allows current EMTs at Gunderson Tri-State Ambulance to further their education and training. One student says she's grateful for overcoming all of the challenges through the program.
When we started a year ago, we thought we would not be capable of any of the skills that we can now practice comfortably, even on live people. So it's just really rewarding to see all of that hard work amongst everyone and our instructors be set into reality.
The program is also built to address a shortage of paramedics in the region. The Federal Reserve decides not to lower interest rates.
How that decision could impact inflation when we come back.
Radon is a radioactive gas you can't see or smell, but it's the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. It can seep up from the ground and into your home, and as many as 1 in 3 homes can have dangerous levels, especially in basements, where many of us have bedrooms and playrooms. Call American Water Works for an expert radon solution. We'll get radon out to help protect your family and your home's value. Don't wait. Breathe healthier today. Call the radon experts at American Water Works.
You're young, but your bathroom is old. I get it. I visit my kids, grandkids, my precious great-grandkids. Doesn't fit their lifestyle. Not safe. Old and ugly. You'll be amazed at the transformation you can make in just a few days. New tub and shower with all new fixtures, new toilet, new sink and vanity, new flooring, at an investment much less than you might think. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate on your new bathroom.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
11 years in prison. That is the sentence for former New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez. The 71-year-old was convicted last July on 16 counts of bribery, extortion, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. He's accused of accepting gifts totaling more than $100,000 in gold bars as well as cash. Menendez is the first U.S. senator to be convicted of working as a foreign agent. He intends to appeal and is hoping for a pardon from President Trump.
President Trump signing his first bill today. It's named after Laken Riley, a 22-year-old nursing student who was murdered by an undocumented immigrant last year.
Laken knew she wanted to spend her time caring for others. That's what she did. To her friends and classmates, she was a light of warmth and kindness in every single room.
The bill expands mandatory detention to include non-citizens convicted of or charged with burglary, larceny, theft, or shoplifting.
Well, inflation has been creeping back up in recent months.
The Federal Reserve is hoping to change that. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady explains.
The Federal Reserve's latest interest rate decision is to do nothing. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell believes keeping rates at current levels will slow the economy and eventually help push inflation down from 2.9% to the Fed's target of just 2%.
The economy remains strong and inflation does not continue to move sustainably toward 2%. We can maintain policy restraint for longer.
But those high rates also make it harder for people who want to borrow money. The average credit card rate remains above 20%, and the average used car loan is just under 11%. President Trump addressed the issue last week.
I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately, and likewise, they should be dropping all over the world.
And the president continues to propose tariffs on items imported from Mexico and Canada.
There are a lot of economists out there who believe that depending on the scale of tariffs and for how long they last, we could see the inflation rate drift up above 3 to maybe 3.5% on an annual basis.
The Trump administration insists tariffs will not lead to widespread inflation. Powell says the board is watching and waiting before offering an opinion.
We don't know what will happen with tariffs, with immigration, with fiscal policy, and with regulatory policy. We need to let those policies be articulated before we can even begin to make a plausible assessment of what their implications for the economy will be.
The Federal Reserve meets again in March, and economists believe it's likely the board will once again leave interest rates at current levels. Kelly O'Grady, CBS News, New York.
Learning to Lead.
A free program is helping people develop skills to lead nonprofits.
And a stretch of mild conditions looks like it's going to continue through the weekend despite some snow or rain that some areas might receive. We'll track how warm we might get this weekend and when we'll actually return back to more typical February-like temperatures coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Wednesday is wing night at River City Grill. 5 delicious wings for only $5. And $1 off all domestic beers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona. SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
It's so cold.
I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner.
My fingers are freezing. They're numb.
Oh, take my extra pair of gloves.
Extra gloves?
Join News 8 now for the 102nd Annual Westby Ski Jump, January 31st and February 1st. Athletes from all over the world compete at speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour on the Olympic-sized ski hill. Visit snowflakeskiclub.com to buy a button today.
Taco John's just married a taco with a quesadilla. Well, they're more like grilled all-white meat chicken and creamy fiesta sauce with melty, cheesy benefits. But OM-Cheese, they're good together. The new OM-Cheese Quesadilla Taco at Taco John's.
Brad Schimmel. He wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Wednesday is wing night at River City Grill. 5 delicious wings for only $5. And $1 off all domestic beers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona. Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
If you've ever thought about serving your community in a leadership role, now's your chance.
Great Rivers United Way is hosting a training series aimed at helping individuals develop the skills needed to serve on a local nonprofit board of directors.
They're hosting a 5-week Learn to Lead training series at the Radisson Hotel.
I think it's generational as well. So there might be some adults, younger adults, who see board membership as something that their parents did or their grandparents did, and they don't necessarily see themselves in that role.
So the training runs Tuesdays at 4 p.m. until March 4th. It's free and registration closes this Friday. For more details, you can visit Great Rivers United Way's website. We'll link that on our platforms.
Well, tomorrow is officially going to be sweater and shorts weather. It's going to be that nice out.
Yeah, you could bust out the grill on the outdoor patio with how warm it's going to be.
We got the sunscreen, the flip-flops, but how high are we talking, Greg, tomorrow?
I wouldn't go that crazy yet. But yeah, it's going to be feeling quite warm here. We're going to see 50s once again, like we saw earlier. Some areas could be mid-50s, but the stretch of above average continues through the weekend. Next week, I think we'll get back to where we should be, which is about the upper 20s for most locations. And considering this is the coldest period of time, pretty much our average temperatures are going to start coming back up now slowly through February, but pretty much the end of January to early February is the coldest. So we should be in the mid-20s, generally single digits, still around the low teens for average high or low. But pretty soon we'll be getting above that 30-degree mark, not too far off in about another week. Record temperatures on Thursday, many areas in the mid-50s. We do have a little bit of light rain, but that is for a very small portion of the southern area. I'll spell that out and show you where that is because of a system that's approaching from the south. Cooler on Friday, but still above average, 40s. And then there's that opportunity for light snow, but it's really probably north of I-90 that's going to see some of the snow come through. A lot of areas probably won't see much other than a wind shift and some cloud cover. Temperatures overall, a lot of 50s right there. Could even be mid-50s. The all-time record for January, I think, for La Crosse is around 57. I don't know if we'll quite get that warm, but pretty much everywhere else is going to get well into the 50s. So warm. Wind's not as bad either, too. And really, we're talking about, here's that cloud cover and precipitation that'll be approaching by the evening hour for far areas. We're talking like Crawford County, Prairie du Chien, southern Wisconsin. If that precipitation forms, it would be very light, if anything. Otherwise, towards tomorrow evening, we'll start seeing a front also sag southward. That'll turn the winds around to the north and increase cloud cover going into Friday morning. That front is going to bring in some cooler air too. Now, speaking big picture, there's that activity going right to the south. Another view of that. If you have plans going down to northern Illinois, it's going to be quite wet getting into that direction with the system and in the form of rain, given the warmer temperatures too. So that's what we're looking at for overall. For now, Friday's highs, we're going to bring those back down behind the cold front. So more 40s. Still, we should be in the mid-20s. So almost still 15 to 20 degrees above average for some locations, just not the 50s with some cloud cover in the morning. Now, the weekend snow opportunity comes as things spins out to the west. We'll bring in a little bit of light snow potentially with a warm front coming through maybe Saturday evening. You can see the snow up there, mainly north of I-94. Further south you go, it's unlikely we'll see a lot of precipitation, but we could see some Saturday night into early Sunday. As you notice, more green. It is going to be warmer, so we probably will see rising temperatures going into Sunday. And then Sunday, actually, it's not looking that bad overall once the system pushes to the east. So temperatures could be, as you notice, Saturday, mid-30s, low 40s, and potentially some areas. Sunday, we could actually go even higher because we're going to have some clearing skies in the afternoon and not much really cool air behind this too. So the weekend overlooks good. Snow amounts, as I mentioned, for that system, really light right now, not registering much. If you have plans to northeast Wisconsin for the weekend, that would be one area to be concerned with, some snow amounts coming into Saturday night. Otherwise, we get back to where we should be next week, more mid-20s. There's some opportunities for some snow next week, but right now, kind of hard to nail down exactly which period toward the second half we'll see snow, but we should be back to where we should be at that point for the first week of February.
All right, so we'll be enjoying the next couple days in the
meantime.
meantime.
Enjoy it, because we don't know when the next time we'll see those 50s come back around for a while.
All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a battle for Bucky. Wisconsin with a tough Big Ten road test against the Terrapins. Plus, the UWL men looking to keep things rolling in league play. And we got our News 8 Play of the Week nominees. Jacob is next.
When I'm out in public and people ask me, like, how's the car business and how's Dahl to work for? And I'm a proud team member of Dahl Automotive, been here 29 years, and I send all my friends and family here, so obviously I know that they're going to be taken care of. And that's why I love working at Dahl Automotive.
Wisconsin winters are no joke. Just ask Barry the Bear. Every year he hibernates to escape the cold. But hibernating on an old lumpy mattress?
It's unbearable.
So Barry came to King Furniture because right now you can trade in your old mattress for $100 towards a new one. Get this closeout therapeutic mattress and box spring for just $4.99 when you trade in your old mattress.
Well, now that's hibernation heaven.
Survive the winter and make your den a little comfier at King Furniture.
We're live in the heart of Wisconsin, where once again a new multiplier family of games from the Wisconsin Lottery has come to play. I've never seen anything like it. It's the X family of games, with prices from $1 to $20 and a chance to multiply prizes up to 100 times the prize shown, with top prizes up to $200,000. Now that is something. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Reputation is that people know I'm here for them, but I'm not going to guide them to the car that's going to make me the most money. I'm going to guide them to the car that best meets their needs, and they know I'm going to be fair with them. And that's why you should shop at Dahl Automotive.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, a 6-1 mark through the opening round of WIAC games has the UWL men positioned in a tie for first place with Platteville. Eagles hoping to extend their win streak to 6 at Mitchell Hall tonight. UW lacrosse took the last meeting between these squads by 7 2 weeks ago. Opening minutes, it's Sam Grieger getting to the cup and finishing athletically to get the scoring started. And not much later, it's J.J. Pater going up and over the defender for the deuce. He had a team-high 16 in this one. And the second leading scorer for the Eagles was Carter Thomas, who right here will convert in the lane with the left. Eagles improved to 16-3 with these 37-point win over the Blue Devils. In Menominee, the UW lacrosse ladies with a massive overtime win against 15th-ranked Stout, who entered the night atop the conference standings. Lauren Milne with 17 points. A good start in the second round of WIAC play for UWL. All right, Badgers taking on Maryland. Tough road test tonight, early first half. That's the best three-point shooter in the country right there. Kamari McGee splashing one from distance to make it a 4-point Wisconsin lead. Then ball loose in the second half, and it's Nolan Winter out to John Blackwell to John Tonje, who rocks the rim. But the Terrapins were hungry for a signature victory. Rodney Rice with one of his 3 triples right here to put the Terps up 7. And then the second half flurry would continue, and this kind of sums up the night right here. It's Jacoby Gillespie, and the bank is open. Wisconsin falls on the road by 8. Over the border, we go to Minnesota. Winona State hosting UMD. Let's pick it up. Second half, Tyler Mason has been balling all season long, and the freshman did not slow up tonight. Here's a little step back 3. That's money as the Warriors increase their lead to 12. Then on the fast break coming up here, Isaiah Thompson gives it up to Arias Elajosius, who finishes plus the foul. And then it's Mason again, this time off the screen. Nylon, he finished with 22 points in this one, and Winona State gets the job done. Big league win on their home court, 86-78 the final. After that, it was the women's turn. Same teams facing off. Winona State looking for the same result. Early on in this one, Vivica Breton working back towards the middle and gets the fadeaway jumper to go. And check out the feed coming down low to Paige Peasley, and she pump fakes and gets the bucket to go as well. And the Warriors would complete the sweep, and they sneak past UMD to get the win, 57-53. And now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the News 8 Play of the Week nominees. Lots of good stuff today. We'll start off at number 1, and you won't see many better individual sequences on a basketball court than this right here by Ava Fernholz last night. Killer cross into the spin move and finish. The Blue Golds took down Holman by 11. At number 2, after scoring a program record 45 last Saturday, Lewiston Altura's Zane Nelson hit this 3 on Tuesday night, which would get him to 1,000 in his fantastic career. The Cards pick up a big win, taking down Rush Pete by 3. Next up, this one sent in to us, another area hooper joining the 1,000-point club for his career. That's Cameron Lipinski of Cochran Fountain City, also connecting from the corner to hit the milestone. Lipinski averaging almost 23 a game as his Pirates are 16-1 after a big win last night. To number 4 we go. The Onalaska Co-op was down 4-1 last night. They would rattle off 4 straight goals, including this wrister by Jackson Egan, top shelf game winner, and the result would mean a 3-way tie for first place in the NBC. And last but not least, Trayvon Thompson of La Crosse Central was absolutely throwing weight around at the Wisconsin High School powerlifting meet in Holman last weekend. That's 635 pounds right there, folks. The bar literally bending. He finished with the highest total between bench, squat, and deadlift with 1,510 pounds. To cast your vote, head to news8000.com. Under the sports tab, click on Play of the Week and choose your favorite. Voting is live, and we'll let you know who wins on Friday during the 6 p.m. show. So just some impressive feats this week, guys, whether it be over a career, over one day.
Yeah.
It's not easy to hit 1,000 points. We saw 2 in one, so hats off to those guys.
That's a heck of a mix this week. I'm thinking Jackson Egan for that initial moment watching it live, and then you go 635-pound squat. That's tough to beat.
Yeah, we got some challengers up here this week.
I wonder what we could each throw.
Oh, God. We got to go in the aggregate. We get to 635.
Per arm. Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks, guys.
All right, more news right after this.
Winter is here, and with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
Belt Ford Tough Trucks, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get over $10,000 in total savings on a 2024 Ford F-150. Only your local Northland Ford dealers.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
from Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Jason's been with us long enough now to see changes in Michael's abilities. He can analyze them and tailor his recommendations because he has almost as much knowledge of Michael's health as Michael's doctors do. I think that's huge. That is the single biggest factor for me. And that kind of client relationship is invaluable, especially when you're facing the challenges that we are.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevators. Stop in and see us today.
When you're dealing with your own insurance company, you may think that they're on your side, but the truth is, they're not. They're only concerned about their bottom line. That's why you need to hire Bygoff and Rohde. We get results.
Fire torches and Viking flair. A remote Scottish island just wrapped up a tradition that's been blazing for centuries.
In Lerwick on the Shetland Islands, more than 1,000 people dressed as Vikings paraded through the streets, holding torches high. The procession ends with the dramatic burning of a Viking-style galley.
Originating in the 1880s, the event was created to celebrate the end of the Yule season and honor Scotland's Viking heritage. How medieval does that look?
Oh yeah, that's the shot right there.
Everyone's got a huge torch, marching up and down. What are those hats, those Viking hats called?
I don't know, just Norse helmets?
Yeah, Norse helmets, yeah.
Sorry
that looks like fun. And who would have thought they would have been in Scotland? I thought like maybe Norway or something.
Sure, well-traveled as they were looking for places to expand back in the day.
That's
I'm
right.
watching Vikings on Netflix right now.
Yeah, everyone loves that show. Now I want to get on it. All right, Greg has one final look at your forecast after the break.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99 and end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
As a teacher, I think it's important that students here in Wisconsin become proficient and ideally strong in math.
We need to keep teachers like you here. That's what motivated UW-Madison's Wisconsin Teacher Pledge program.
By covering the cost of tuition, the Teacher Pledge enables us to teach in areas and subjects where we're needed the most.
We're working to fill these gaps, and those who benefit are the youth of Wisconsin.
When we stay in Wisconsin to teach, that's a win for everyone.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
There's obviously a lot of different health issues related to untreated hearing loss. Hearing loss can affect tinnitus, depression, isolation, heart health, cognitive decline, hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, safety and balance. The point is, you're never too old to do something.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99 and end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
All right, get out and enjoy the 50s tomorrow, but even Friday, 40s is not bad either. So 2 good days to end the week.
Sounds great.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.